Between you and me, when I was in elementary school, gym classes were not my favorite. But everything changed later in my life when I discovered running. So no matter what your perception of sports or physical activity is today, you're in that exciting stage in your life when you're experimenting and discovering new things, new activities daily. Maybe running will never be your thing, and that's okay. But keep looking, and you too will find that special activity you enjoy doing. If you feel like you want to try running, I'm here to tell you that you can do it. And I will share with you 4 tips to make sure that you will cross that finish line for the very first time with a beautiful smile on your face. My first advice to you is to accept the fact that you might not be as fit as your friend. And it's just as normal to feel like you're not as fit as you'd like to be. Maybe running 1 minute is tough for you, while your friends can run for 30 minutes straight. To run for a long period of time, you will need to take it 1 minute at a time. For your first run, you could try to run for 1 minute and walk for 1 minute 10 times. It can even be 5 times if you prefer. For your second workout, you could do the same but 12 times, and then 15 or 20 times. The following week, you could try to shorten the time that you spend walking to 30 to 45 seconds. The third week, try running for 2 minutes instead of 1. And remember that you can always take 1 step back and then move forward. The most important thing is to keep trying to run, even for just a couple of minutes every time, 3 to 5 times per week ideally. If you're going through a tough week, don't worry. We all hit rough patches, but there's always next week to try again and do better. My second advice is to make sure that you learn how to pace yourself. And there's a great tool that will help you do that, the perceived exertion scale. No matter if you're an athlete or a beginner, it wouldn't make sense to feel out of breath all the time during your workouts. Think about the runners who participate in the 100-meter sprint at the Olympics. If they were to run at their maximal speed during all their training sessions, they would get injured and they would not perform to the best of their abilities in competition. The perceived exertion scale will allow you to get a general sense of just how hard you're exercising on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is how you feel when you're so out of breath. Your legs are so tired that you really need to stop now. 3 is a fairly light activity like a normal walk. In most of your workouts, remember that you want to feel like your heart beats faster, your breathing becomes faster and deeper, you work up a sweat and your muscles begin to tire, but you still need to feel comfortable. When you go for a jog with a friend who is fitter than you, it's normal that she rates her exertion as a 4 while you're at 5. If you're feeling under the weather one day, it's very likely that you will rate a workout as a 6 that you previously rated as a 5 when you were healthier. During a workout where you alternate running and walking, just like I described earlier, try to stay between 5 and 7 on the exertion scale. The same applies when you're in a continuous running session, meaning that you should still feel like you're between 5 and 7. Of course, your rating will increase as you're going uphill and might decrease when going down. Now, interval running will feel different because when you're doing intervals, you're running fast for a short bout that will feel like an 8 or 9 out of 10. And then you will jog very slowly or walk for your resting period that will feel like a 2 or a 3. Regardless of what your sport is, the perceived exertion scale is such a valuable tool. My third advice is to make sure that you know what the components of a training session are and that you follow them. And then again, that's an important thing to do whether you're running or doing another sport. Every workout should start with a warm-up that allows your body to get ready for the activity ahead. When warming up for a run, starting with a light jog for 2 to 10 minutes is ideal. Aim for an intensity of 3 out of 10 on your exertion scale. Save your energy for what's coming. Then it's the actual training, running and strength training. You can run without doing any strength training or vice versa, but I recommend doing both as often as possible. If you want to improve your running, it's important that you have a strong heart and strong lungs, but believe me, having muscles that are used to working hard is also key. And finally, you cool down, which means that you let your breathing, your heart rate, your perception of exertion come back to resting levels. You can walk slowly or try another activity that will make you feel good, like some yoga poses. My last advice, have fun. It's no secret, working hard is not always easy, but it will always make you feel good after you're done. Run with your friends. Take a dog with you. It doesn't have to be yours. Wear comfortable clothes. Take some time to explore your neighborhood and look for new places where you could go to vary the scenery. You can run in a gym, on a treadmill, in the streets and in trails. Try them all if you can, and look for the environment that suits you the best. So, ready to go?